we go. In today's vlog, I'm taking you along with me for a day in my life living in Sydney, and we are going to chat a little bit about my new routines and habits and how I'm building my new life here. It feels like since moving here, I have a little bit of a blank slate, and I really want to take advantage of the opportunity to make some changes. It has been so much fun to see all of the things that Australians do differently than Americans, and I gotta be honest, I love it here. I love it here. I think there are so many things that they just do better here in Australia, and we're gonna get into that throughout the video. But first thing I wanted to mention that has been truly life-changing in my routine is waking up early, watching the sunrise, and walking on the beach, which I cannot believe that I now live within walking distance of one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. It is insane. So obviously I have been taking advantage, but something I've known about for years but really struggled to actually implement is morning sunlight. There's a lot of really amazing research that seeing sunlight first thing in the morning, even just 5 or 10 minutes, is really good for your circadian cycle, so it helps you to feel more alert and focused and energized throughout the day and then sleep better at night. In America, I really struggled with this because I've always lived in really suburban areas where basically I would just have to go on neighborhood loops over and over, and it got very boring to me, and I really struggled to get out and walk around because I couldn't walk to anything. I think the nearest coffee shop from my house back in Utah was like a 40-minute walk. So I like that it also gets me straight out of bed in the morning instead of laying in bed and scrolling on my phone, which I've been known to do in the past. So I've also been absolutely addicted to Australian coffee, and we have a fantastic coffee setup at home. So I've been loving going out to get coffees, but also making them at home. The Australians watching will be happy to know that I have been slowly but surely reducing my added sugar in my coffees. There's nothing necessarily wrong with adding sugar to your coffee, but I feel like the coffee here is so good, it doesn't really need it. So I've been slowly trying to wean myself off of it. That said, I do add a little bit of Milo to my coffee every morning because I am addicted to Milo. So anyway though, now that we're all caught up, I am going to do a little bit of work. I have some editing to do. I will be working from the couch, which to be honest, I've always enjoyed working from the couch, but at this point it's my only option because we don't have dining chairs. I don't have a desk, and I don't have a desk chair. Can someone explain to me why 50 degrees Fahrenheit? I'll put the Celsius up here. I'm working on it, but I still think it's Fahrenheit. 50 degrees Fahrenheit near the ocean is so much colder than 50 degrees in the mountains. I think I read that it was related to humidity and like moisture in the air, but I swear, back when I was in Utah, 50 degrees did not feel as cold as it feels here in Sydney. I am gonna try and finish this bottle of water before I have my next coffee because I have been so bad about drinking water and I am just chugging coffee all morning long. I can feel it. I am so dehydrated. Speaking of new habits and routines, I was trying to decide if I should have a snack or if I should just wait until we go out for brunch. It's 12. I just checked my boyfriend Cal's location. He's out picking up a desk chair. He is 45 minutes away. So that has made my decision for me, and I am 100% gonna have a snack right now. So let's make a little yogurt bowl situation. And then I wanted to catch up with you a little bit about health and fitness goals because I know a lot of you are new here from my moving series, but this started as a health and fitness channel. And now that the chaos of moving has subsided a little bit, I want to get back into health and fitness. I really need to get some kind of schedule going. So I think we're gonna be making a plan together during this video. But first things first, I am starving. Let's have a yogurt. Okay, I just finished my yogurt bowl and I thought it would be the perfect time to chat a little bit about my health and fitness routines because we have some work to do. I am signed up for the Sydney HYROX in the mixed doubles category, and that is in a little bit less than 7 weeks now, which is very scary considering the fact that my training has been sporadic at best over these past couple months. So I wanted to sit down today and write out my plan. The main area that I need to focus on is running, generally cardio. which is not a good place to be considering basically the entire competition is cardio. If you're not familiar with HYROX, I will put some information up on the screen of what it is, but it's a fitness competition where you do a mix of running as well as strength and cardio exercises, and I'm doing it with Cal. So here is my planned weekly workout split. So I think I need to do 1 to 2 strength weightlifting type sessions just to maintain my current strength, but most of my focus for the rest of the week will be on cardio. I think I need to do at least 2 days of running. I'm probably gonna split my time like 60% lower intensity, high volume. So walking, hiking, jogging type of stuff. And then 40% of it is going to be more higher intensity, like intervals and stuff like that. But I also want to do the gym that I just signed up for this morning. They have HYROX simulation and cardio classes. So I find it easier to motivate myself in a class setting. So I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of the classes. Even if I'm not able to hit these sessions perfectly or whatever, I just need to be getting up and moving as much as possible and increasing my training volume, because I know the issue here is just my overall cardio ability. I need to just keep pushing myself as much as I can every week, focus on getting enough recovery time, eating well, sleeping enough, all of that. Hold on, my camera is out of battery. I cannot make this up, you guys. I just spent like the last 5 minutes talking to the camera and I did not press record. I feel like this vlog is a little bit chaotic, but it's okay. It's fine. What was I saying? I wanted to chat a little bit about nutrition and my goals there. So my number one priority is just making sure I'm fueling myself to train for and compete in this HYROX. I don't really have any weight loss goals right now or physique goals. Within that though, I do have a couple things in mind. The first is eating enough protein, because I have been so bad about protein in the last few months, really. And that's going to be super important for my recovery and just feeling my best. But also I want to continue eating as many whole foods as possible. Ever since I landed in Australia, just naturally by way of what's available here compared to what we have in the US, I've eaten so much less processed food. In the States, I feel like we have so many healthy snack foods like protein pretzels and Brussels sprout puffs and things like that. Are definitely healthier than having a bag of potato chips or something like that, but are not as healthy as just eating whole foods. Ever since I've been here, I just feel like I don't have as many options like that. So instead, I've been eating real foods. Wow, absolutely groundbreaking and revolutionary. Unsurprisingly, I've been feeling amazing. If I do say so myself, I've been looking amazing. Never in my life have I accidentally lost weight. Every time I've lost weight, I've had to work so hard at it. But over the last few weeks, I have accidentally lost weight. I don't know exactly, but I think it was like 3 or 4 pounds over 6 weeks, which is great because I did gain a little bit of stress weight leading up to the move. And so we got our new scale and I was like, okay, I'm ready to lock in. Let's see what my starting point is. And I was like, oh my gosh, problem is already solved. I think that comes down to a couple of factors. Walking so much more. Even though I've eaten a lot of food out over the last few months, I think the portion sizes are generally smaller in Australia compared to the US, and the food in general is also healthier, even takeout, even restaurants. The last thing I think is just eating more whole foods and less processed stuff, plain and simple. But yeah, anyway, that is my health and fitness plan for now. Stay tuned. I'm sure I will need to tweak and adjust as time goes on, but I am about to head out to brunch. Finally, I am so hungry at this point, even with the snacks. I'm ready for another coffee and I'm ready for some more food. So okay, just got back from brunch and I went on a little solo beach walk, which was gorgeous and I had the best time. One of my goals living here is to go on as many beach walks as I possibly can. The last couple things I wanted to share in today's vlog all kind of revolve around my apartment. So like meal prep, cooking, cleaning, and I also really need to get my bathroom set up because I've been living out of plastic bags for the past week. So I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like there's a lot going on in my personal life right now, and I know how overwhelming it can be trying to balance your health and fitness goals with life, particularly in the nutrition department, because personally that is where I struggle the most, which is why I am so excited to share Nourish, the sponsor of today's video. Nourish is the easiest way to find and speak to a registered dietitian covered by your insurance in the US. I feel like so many of us, myself included, don't realize how many different things a dietitian can actually help with, whether that's gaining weight, losing weight, women's health, gut health, sports nutrition. Nourish dietitians hold their appointments over Zoom, which is so convenient because I personally love taking my appointments from home. home. Nourish dietitians can also order your lab blood work and help you interpret the results, which I personally find so cool because I am one of those people who loves looking at my blood work. I have a really amazing Nourish dietitian and I have learned so much from him. I've also gotten my family into Nourish. Both of my parents see dietitians through Nourish as well. Even though I do a lot of my own research on nutrition, I find it really helpful to have that clinical perspective, someone who has the education and experience and who also stays up to date on the newest research, because I feel like things can change so quickly in this industry. When I first started seeing my dietitian, the main thing I wanted help with was eating more whole foods, because I knew I was hitting my macros, but I was eating a lot of processed food and I just really wanted to work on reducing that. And I still to this day use the tips and recipes and advice that my dietitian gave me during our appointments. And it was also really nice to have that level of accountability where I could check in on my progress towards achieving that goal, because when I'm only accountable to myself, let me tell you, it is a lot more difficult to actually get things done. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans in all 50 US states, and 94% of Nourish patients pay $0 out of pocket, myself included. They have something I really love called no surprise billing. So essentially before your appointment, they will give you an estimate. If for any reason your insurance denies the appointment, you will not pay more than that initial estimate for any appointments that have already occurred, which is fantastic because no one likes a surprise medical bill. Registered dietitians are truly the gold standard when it comes to evidence-based nutrition support, which is why I am so honored to have Nourish as the sponsor of today's video. Click the link in the description to book your first appointment with a Nourish dietitian today, and thank you so much to Nourish for sponsoring this video. All right, I would love to sit here and chat to you for the rest of the day, but unfortunately it's time to get some stuff done around the apartment, and I think we should just jump right in and tackle the bathroom because it is looking a little bit scary in there, and I think I need to just rip the band-aid off. Oh my god, is there a hair in that? Oh my god, how do I get that out? And that wraps up today's episode of tasks I've been avoiding for so long that were actually super easy. After enjoying a beautiful rooftop sunset, we had dinner, and after eating a lot of takeout and restaurant food over the last few weeks, I am loving home-cooked meals. The last thing I wanted to chat about today is what I am calling my closing shift nightly routine. Back in the States, I will admit I was in a really bad habit of leaving a dirty kitchen overnight, and truly, it was the worst start to my day to wake up and have to clean everything I left out the night before. So I am turning a new leaf, and I will be doing all of the dishes, cleaning the stovetop, wiping down the counters every single night, okay? Hold me to it. I am starting to feel a lot more settled now that we're in our apartment and we have the basics covered in terms of furniture. It's starting to feel a bit more like home, which is so nice after the last couple months of moving around so much. But at the same time, I feel like there is so much setup we still need to do. There are still some essentials we're missing. And I also really want to take my time in decorating the apartment and making it feel ours. I'm really excited to go thrift shopping and go on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can find some cool stuff secondhand. And of course, I will be taking you along for the rest of the apartment setup. And there is still so much to explore in Sydney and all around Australia. I could not be more excited to take you along for this next year. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again to Nourish for sponsoring. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every week, and I will see you next time.